Onedio.
Yes.
Onedio.
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 The biggest of Turkey.
Yeah, the bosses of Turkey.
Yeah. She seems like a boss.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I saw the show, and first, you're my favorite couple.
Hey! You're our favorite reporter. How about that?
Thank you. I really have already know all your work so far, but in this project, you two are really amazing. So, at first, could you please tell me about your characters?
Sure.
Well, Cha-Cha is, and Hazel, I'm going to let Hazel speak for herself, but Cha-Cha and Hazel are traveling assassins. Cha-Cha is the part of the whole team that just, she's all about business, and her business is murder. She loves to murder. She doesn't care about anything but murdering people and hurting people, and that's who Cha-Cha is. She's just a murderer.
And Hazel's a bit of a mixed up person. He's a lost villain. He's done a lot of bad in his life, and he's not sure he wants to continue doing that, especially because they're cutting his wages. So in the show, you watch him figure out who he wants to be and what kind of person. Of course, it's a lot of conflict because his partner just wants to continue the status quo.
Hargreaves, who is assigned by his father, Reginald Hargreaves, to be the leader of the Umbrella Academy. He's also known as Space Boy. He's got super strength, and he's more than meets the eye. He's not just a big guy, you know. He's a sensitive man, and a lot of the time very vulnerable, and feels the pressure of being the leader, and doesn't always get it right, you know. So that's part of his journey, really, and how he deals with bringing his siblings back together to ultimately save the world, hopefully.
Hopefully. I play
Fingers
Allison, the rumor, number 3, and we find Allison, you know, she's in the middle of a divorce. She's in a custody battle with her ex, and she comes home for the funeral of their father for the first time in 12 years. And while she's there, I think she realizes that the Umbrella Academy is the only family that she has left. And so I think she's working on bettering herself and making smarter, better choices in life, because in the past she's always used her powers to at least help get what she wants, if not just to get what she wants, and that's never led her in the best of directions. So I think she's trying to do better with that. And so I think she's also trying to bring this family back together, because I think she fears that if the Umbrella Academy doesn't work, she really doesn't have anywhere to go.
I play the character Vanya Hargreaves. She's also known as Number 7, and I'm one of these 7 adopted children of Reginald Hargreaves, 6 of which have powers, 1 of which don't. That's me. So I've sort of grown up in this household where my siblings were turned into this superhero childhood fighting team, and they became famous, and they sold comics and all these things, and Vanya was always very much left out and ostracized and treated very poorly. So now we find Vanya in her life, and she deals with a lot of stuff because of this anxiety, depression, and a huge part of this series is her reconnecting with herself, and even for the first time, understanding who she is.
Do you think she will teach something about, you know, as an ordinary person in the hero's world?
I would imagine a lot of people can relate, you know? I think people probably have had similars close to Vanya or other characters in this who are all sort of dealing with all these issues because of their childhood and what that means and how that affects our lives. So, I think people will definitely be able to relate.
Klaus and Diego, they're a comedic double act. They don't know what they're doing from one moment to the next.
Just like Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels running in
Yeah.
a dog horse.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the new Dumb and Dumber. And we're also adoptive siblings who were kind of sort of slightly kidnapped with money by the same man back in 1989 and raised the same way in this kind of superhero team. There's a lot of pressure put on our shoulders from a young age to save the world. We have to save the world, and sort of it kind of messed us up emotionally, especially him.
Yeah, and him too. But
More him.
Who's counting?
And you have signed so many great projects, and this is obviously going to be one of them.
I hope so.
Great story, you know, all talented cast and crew as well. So, when did you decide to start this project?
About 18 months ago. It's been already 18 months, this project, and it's been a great project, labor of love. But you know, we had to build the sets, and then we had to get everybody, cast the show, produce the show, and then post the show. So it's been, you know, network TV tends to do many more episodes in this period of time. We did 10 wonderful episodes, but I think that's great.
Was working together is a challenge or fun?
It's a challenge. It was a challenge.
Why?
It was fun. It was probably the most fun I had this year, other than like my birthday a couple of weeks ago. But it was like the most fun. Like it was fun seeing. It was a challenge. It was a lot of work, but Cameron made it easy. He was a beautiful person. His energy is amazing. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. It was good.
Yeah, I was hoping over 5 months and hours spending together, that best case scenario that we would get along fine. And I was lucky enough to have much more than that. Mary has become a great friend. We have a similar sense of humor. So from day one on set, I realized, well, we're going to have a lot of fun these next 5 months.
I think you are really shining in this project, and it's gonna make you more popular than before.
Oh, thank you. You're so
What
sweet.
do you think about it?
Thank you. Oh, I'm just really proud of it. I had the best time shooting the show and working on the show, and you know, it's my first time doing TV or film, and to be a part of, you know, any show would have been amazing, but this show specifically, it's like truly an honor to bring Allison to life and to get to work with this amazing cast and with Steve, our showrunner, and all the directors that we had on board. So, you know, regardless of what happens after the show comes out, that's all a bonus, because I am so proud of the work that we all created.
And do you think it will last for years?
I hope so. I have enough story for that. I think I could do many years of the show, and we'll see what Netflix thinks.
You're superheroes. What did you pay attention to your characterization?
Well, mine was a tricky one because I have this huge body. So it was, a lot of it was, I couldn't really prepare anything until, apart from I had to maintain a certain weight. That was one thing I had to do. I did a lot of training beforehand to get to a certain size, and then I had to maintain that, so I always fit the suit. I didn't really prepare anything until I had to put it on, which was really when we first started doing screen tests and stuff, and I felt what it felt like and how hot the suit was. It was particularly hot. So, but it was the best thing, rather than the actual superpower side of things, it was more about how cumbersome it made Luther feel and how awkward he felt with this extra weight, this new body that he's got. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of time for preparation. I sort of was learning on the job of feeling what Luther is, you know.
What made you to work on this project?
What drew me to the project was just who Cha-Cha is, and just how families are dysfunctional, and it's about dysfunctional family, and just the truth of it all, the truth, Cha-Cha, and just wanting to learn how to shoot a gun, wanting to learn how to do martial arts, and just everything about it drew me to it.
I was drawn to the uniqueness of the show, to the risks it takes in doing something original, taking a new spin on comic book shows. I love watching comic book shows, but I've never really been drawn to do them. I like really complex characters. So this one gave an opportunity to make not just a, archetypal villain, but make a human.
Do you think people are gonna allow this?
I think they will. I truly think they will. I think it's something very special and unique.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck for the show.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet
Pleasure
you.
meeting you.
In October 1989, 43 women around the world gave birth. None of these women had been pregnant when the day first began.
How much do you want for it? I have adopted 6 children, gifted with abilities far beyond the ordinary. I give you the Umbrella Academy. Does anyone wish to speak?
He was a monster.
Everything about our family is insane. It always has.
Is that my skirt?
Oh, yeah, this. It's very breathy on the bits.
Nice to see nothing's changed. I jumped forward and got stuck in the future. Do you know what I found? Absolutely nothing.
When's it supposed to happen?
In 8 days.
Oh, shit.
There's someone out there who's trying to stop me from preventing the apocalypse.
We need the full force of the Academy.
Bingo.
Yay, sisters.
Yay, sisters.
Get up, we're going.
Where?
Save the world.
Oh, is that all?